Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Ain Filzana, metric number 273273. Today we are from Group 1. We'll be presenting an article about Does Audit Quality Matter in Malaysian Public Sector Auditing. As we can see, Malaysia have a lot of corruption cases relating with politicians. One of the cases that have happened is 1MDB, which involved our ex-Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib. So in this presentation, we will see what kind of audit that can be said has quality to prevent or to minimize this kind of corruption to happen. Is it in terms of their objectivity, competency, reliability, or other factors? It will be discussed by another group member later. So first of all, we will see the definition of audit quality. The first is D'Angelo. He defined that audit quality as the likelihood that an auditor will both find a breach in the client's accounting system and report the breach. So another definition by Al-Qadash, Nawaz and Ramadan is there are two fundamental elements developed when evaluating the definition of audit quality, which is auditor's capability to both find and declare the misstatement and the auditor's independence. The next definition is the higher the audit quality, the greater the assurance of high financial reporting quality. It is defined by Defon and Zhang. Next one is by Enof, Adrin and Ehi Osayo. They define audit quality is vary according to the perspective of clients, auditors, regulators, and stakeholders involved in the financial reporting process. And the last one is defined by Fan. Audit quality is an important concept in both the public and private sector, but there is no single model yet to define and operationalize audit quality. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifah Khadijah binti Said Muhammad Abdul Wahab, metric number 272955. I will continue presentation on the first variable for audit quality, which is auditor independence. Okay, in order to inspire confidence among the public on the reliability of financial statements, the audit quality is crucial. Hence, when an auditor is independent, the quality of audit will increase. This statement is stated from the Suyono. Okay, moreover, Octavia and Widodo indicate that the likelihood of an auditor discovering detailed misstatement relies on auditor independence. The finding demonstrate that the independence has a significant impact on audit quality. When the auditor is independent, it will bring about a decent audit quality. When the auditor's independence is low, the audit quality will also be low. Okay, in the context of the public sector environment, the auditor's independence implies that the auditors cannot be simply influenced by the public, since they work for the public's benefit. Furthermore, auditors are not defended when supporting the interests of anybody. Okay, next, the auditor is obligated to be transparent, not exclusively to the organization management, but also to different parties who play trust in the work of the auditor. This statement is stated from Octavia and Widodo. Okay, next, the auditor's independence appears to be the factor that mostly impact auditors' quality. This means that when an auditor is independent, he or she will be able to present true and fair results to the management, which will then make the financial statement more credible and reliable. Okay, in this article, there also has argument about the auditor's independence, although most of the studies found that there is a significant relationship between auditors' independence and audit quality. Okay, Al-Qadash, Nawaz and Ramadan found that there was an insignificant relationship between auditors' independence and audit quality. Moreover, Irmawan, Huda and Hanifa found that from the perception of auditor and users of audit reports, they has less confidence on auditor independence in 30 situations. Okay, the finding from auditor and users indicate that the auditor have lower confidence in auditor independence compared to user in situations such as crossover from audit firm to client, provision of non-audit service, auditor litigation, and indirect financial interest through shareholdings. Okay, meanwhile, user had low confidence on auditor independence because of individual relationship with political figure and client constraints such as strict budget for audit fees. Okay, this study predicted that the auditor independence has a relationship with the audit quality of public sector auditors. Okay, based on this literature review, the following hypotheses were proposed, which is there is a relationship between auditor independence and audit quality in public sector auditors in Malaysia. That's all from me. We continue to the next presenter. Thank you.
Next, for the factors of independent variable is auditor's competency. Okay, the first point is Otavia and Widodo in 2015 found that there was a significant and correlation between the competency of government auditors and the quality of financial reporting. So we can see that audit quality could be improved by having a competent auditor. For the next, Enjorog 2016 study on Kenya's public sector found that competency of internal auditors was imperative in promoting good governance and guaranteeing effective use of public resource. Okay, also we can see that internal auditor with high level of competency, so they have a positive connection with performance that led to a more compelling corporate administration. Okay, furthermore, right in 2008, mentioned that audit function requires auditors to be skilled with a high level of expertise capability and obligated involvement to viably execute the responsibilities. Okay, to accomplish great management of auditors most likely have attain a minimum education level and a good professional standing in auditing.
Okay, for the last one for independent variable factors is auditor workload. Okay, for the first one is from Perselin 2017, indicators that auditors workload affected audit quality by reducing job satisfaction and subsequently expanding auditors withdrawal conduct. Okay, for the second one from Lopez and Peters 2012, explore whether peak season and related workload pressure influences audit quality, and based on the regression model demonstrated that peak season organization and work overload had witnessed audit quality from 2006 to 2009. Okay, for the third one, also from Perselink 2017, supported the PCAOB, concerned that excessive workload could be an underlying factor in audit deficiency. Okay, next, workload can be seen as either a burden or a challenge stressor, in which overhead mean workload frequently associated with occupied season will bring out negative emotion. Therefore, as workload increase, the auditors will free more job strain and less job satisfaction, which inevitably lead to decreased audit quality. Okay, from Muhammad Noor 2012, examine whether heavy auditors workload will influence reduced audit quality, practice RAQP, and found that heavy workload did not affect RAQP. Okay, from the article that we study, we know that when auditor get a lot of work to do, the quality of their work will be affected and will cause them to be less focused to perform their job. And the audit report that has been done also been affected because of the job that have to do and a lot of job to settle by the auditors.
Thank you to my fellow members. My name is Siti Syara binti Buhari with metric number 272906. I will be presenting regarding the research methodology for this journal article. In aspect of data collection and analysis, there is a total of 114 questionnaire out of 200 questionnaire written back. This reflected about 57% of response rate. The data collection were coded and analyzed using both descriptive and inferential statistics. The preparation for this study involved the National Audit Department's auditors that works with federal government in Putrajaya, Malaysia, while the sample involved the auditors whom assigned to 6 ministries in Putrajaya that received high operating budget allocation for year 2017. The instrument used in this study is by survey method, which use questionnaire as the platform for feedback to maintain the confidentiality of information and the respondent. For this study, there is also pilot test conducted by the researcher. The duration for the pilot test was within 2 months before the questionnaire are distributed. There were 25 auditors selected varies from top management to support staff of national audit departments that possess the knowledge, skill and experience on the audit process. There are two purposes of this test, which is to ensure the clarity of the questionnaire and also to detect other possible weakness in the questionnaire. The measurement of the variables in the questionnaire was based on a 7-point Likert scale ranging from strongly disagree 1 to strongly agree 7. The questionnaire also consists of 5 sections representing the measurement for each variable. That's all for me. Now I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, Doctor and everyone. My name is Shakila Anna Prabharatnasamy Naidu with matrix number 282633. Today, I'll be continuing the presentation on the data collection and the analysis. In order to clarify the object of the study and protect the respondent's identity, a cover letter was attached to every questionnaire. The researcher's contact number and email address was attached with the cover letter. In case the auditors have queries, they can contact the researcher. The time given for the returning of the questionnaire was 4 weeks, which is approximately a month. The questionnaire was distributed through email and online service. The email was used as a medium for distributing the questionnaire because the public sector email is one of the effective way of communication as the government auditors usually check their email on a daily basis. A total of 140 questionnaire was written out of the 200 total questionnaire, which is about 57% response rate. The data collected were coded and analyzed using both descriptive and inferential statistics. Several analyses was carried out to test the hypothesis, and this is the results of the researcher has gathered. The purpose of the study was to examine the relationship between the factors that might influence the audit quality. Therefore, the coefficient regression analysis was used to justify the hypothesis of the study. According to the first variable, which is the auditor's independency, shows that there is a significant positive relationship between the auditor's independency and the auditor's quality. The second variable also shows that there is a significant positive relationship between the auditor's competency and the auditor's quality. Meanwhile, the last variable, which is the auditor's workload, shows that there is there is an insignificant negative relationship between the auditor's workload and the audit quality, where it shows there's no significance of any relationship between them. Moving on, the next slide will be on the summary of the findings. Last but not the least, the research study explored the factors that influence audit quality from the perspective of the public sector in Malaysia. The study predicts that the auditor's independency and the auditor's competency have a positive influence on the audit quality. The first objective of the study was to examine the positive relationship between the auditor's independency and the audit quality. The results showed that there was a significant and positive relationship between the both. Audit quality would improve when the auditor is more independent. This means when an auditor is independent, auditor would be able to present a true and fair audit report, which would make the financial statement credible and reliable. The second objective of the study has to confirm the relationship between the auditor's competency and the audit quality. In this study, the second hypothesis was also supported. Competency of an auditor might differ from one auditor to another auditor. It is subjective matter and it is influenced by various factors. In this study, the number of auditors with professional qualification is approximately 25% only. Hence, the audit firms have conducted internal trainings to ensure that the auditors are knowledgeable and competent to perform their audit work. Auditors' competency is important in promoting the good governance and guaranteeing effective use of both public resources. Lastly, the third objective indicated that the auditor's workload has no significant impact on the audit quality. The result was supported by Mohammad Noor 2011, who found that the workload did not have a critical impact on the audit quality. Notwithstanding that, this outcome proposed that the management might need to improve the positive outcome of the workload, keeping the workload sensibly high to keep up with its inspiring impact while minimizing the dysfunctional effects. It is a good sign because this indicates that despite having lots of audit work, auditors still maintain a good audit quality.